Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In previous video I told you about Python list. So today's topic is Python list methods. So in this methods I will tell you about what is append method, what is insert method, what is pop method, what is remove method. Okay, so these are the Python list methods: append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, sort, like this. Note it down. So how we can add element to the list? So we can add element to the list with the help of these methods: append, insert, extend. Okay, so let's talk about what is append method, how we can use it. Okay, so it will add single item to the end of the list. Okay, so list dot append item, this is syntax. For example, list is equal to like this. So list dot append Talat, so it will add Talat at end of the list. Okay, so let's check it in the editor how it's working. I'm using here Visual Studio Code. Okay, so just write it your list value. List is equal to 1 my 8.9. okay, so just write it your element value. Okay, so just list dot append, which is our method, enter your value whatever you want to insert. So I'm writing it here 3, so it will add 3 at end of the list. Okay, and print this value. So print in brackets write list. Okay, so it will print that value. So just write it here initial list, so it will clear to you. First it will print initial list, after that it will print after adding value. Okay, so just write, let's suppose, after adding element. Okay, so it will clear to you after adding element. Okay, so it will more readable. So add element at end of the list, so it will add 3 at end of the list. Okay, so let's check it. So here it's adding 3 at end of the list. So this is our initial list and this is after adding element. Okay, so like this we can add element at end of the list. Okay, so let's check it with another example. Let's suppose we want to enter u, so it will add u at end of the list, which is u. Okay, so here after adding element it's adding here u at end of the list. Okay, so like this we can use append method for adding value at end of the list. Okay, so note it down. Next, insert method. We can use insert method for desired position. Okay, and it requires only 2 arguments, position and value. Okay, so list dot insert position means index of value, and okay, so here list dot insert 3, 14. So it will add 14 at index value 3. Okay, so let's check it in the editor. List dot insert and enter your position, which is index value. Okay, so index value 2, it will insert 2 at index 2. Okay, 2. So just write index value 0, 1, 2. Okay, so here it will insert u at index 2. Okay, so let's see how it's working. Just click on run, it will show you the output. Okay, so click on run. So here it's adding u at index 2, index value of 2, 8.9. so it will insert this value to the list. Okay, u. So let's check it for another example. Okay, so just write it your index value. Okay, so just write it, let's suppose 1, and enter your element value, which is, let's suppose, 12. So it will add 12 at index value 1. Okay, so right now index value 1 value is my, so it will insert 12 at index value 1. So here it's showing 1, 12 my 8.9. so here it insert 12 at index value of 1. Okay, so like this we can use insert method. Next, count method. It returns the count of how many times a given object occurs in the list. Okay, so list dot count. So if we have duplicates value in the list, so we can use this method for counting values. Okay, so just write list dot count. Okay, and write your element value, which is, let's suppose, 1. So it will count that how many times 1 occur in the list, in this list. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, it will count how many times 1 occur in this list. Okay, so list dot count 1. So let's run it. Let's see what will be the output. Okay, so before this, just write a variable. Okay, so e is equal to list dot count. Here it's showing you two times. 1 is present in the list for 2 times. Okay, so let's check it with another example. My. Okay, so let's see how many times my occur in this list. Okay, so just click on run. So here 3, it's showing 3. My is present in the list for 3 times. Okay, so like this we can use count method especially for duplicates values. Okay, so note it down. Next, how we can reverse a list. So we can reverse a list with the help of reverse method. Okay, so num.reverse, so it will reverse the complete list. Okay, so just write it here, list.reverse, and write your print list. Okay, and just write, let's suppose, after reversing. Okay, so print after reversing, it will reverse the complete list. Okay, so this is our list. 1 is the first value and 2 is the last value. Okay, let's run it. So here it will reverse the list 2 my 1 8.9 my 1. So like this it will reverse the value. Okay, so let's change the list value. Okay, so again run it. Let's see, it will reverse that value 2 my 6 8.9 my 1. Okay, so like this we can reverse a list with the help of reverse method. Okay, got it. Next, how we can remove element from the list. So we can remove elements from the list with the help of remove pop method. Okay, so let's see how it's working. First, remove method, we can it will remove element from with specified values. Okay, and note that it will remove only first occurrence of the element. Okay, so list.remove an item. So let's see in the editor, list.remove, and enter your element you want to remove. Okay, so list.remove 1, so it will remove 1 from the list. Okay, after removing, let's see, here it's removing 1 from the list. Okay, after removing element like this. Okay, so let's check it with another example. Let's suppose we want to delete 2, so it will remove 2 from the list. Okay, so let's run it. Click on run. Here it's remove 2 from the list. Okay, so like this we can remove element with the help of remove method. Okay, got it. Next, our next topic is pop method. So it will remove element at a specified position. Okay, and by default it removes only the last element of the list. So list.pop index of item. So here this is list and it will pop 1 which is index at 1. So here 1 at index value u is present. Okay, so just check it with example so it will clear to you. Okay, so list.pop, by default it will delete the last element of the list. Okay, so just write it here, by default it will delete end of the element. Okay, it will delete element from the end of the list and it without any argument. Okay, without any argument. If we don't give any argument, then it will delete the last element of the list. Okay, so just write it here, by default it will delete last element of the list. Okay, so that it will clear to you. Okay, so it will delete last element of the list. Okay, so let's run it. Let's see how it's working. Click on run. So here it will delete 2 from the list which is the last element of the list. Okay, so like this by default it's deleting. First, let's suppose second example, let's suppose 1, so it will delete index value of 1 which is my. Okay, first occurrence of my at index 1, so it will delete my from the list. Okay, so like this we can give argument to the pop method. Okay, so it will remove index value of 1, which is my first occurrence of my. Okay, so it will delete only first occurrence of the element. Note it down. Okay, so here it's removed that. Okay, so let's check it with another example. Okay, so just write index value. Let's suppose 0, 1, 2, and this is 3, this is 4 and 5. Okay, so these are the index value of this. Okay, so let's suppose we have to remove, let's suppose 2. Okay, so index value 2, which is 8.9. okay, so which is 8.9, so it will remove that value from the list. Okay, so this is our list and we have applied here pop2, so it will remove index value of 2, which is 8.9. so here it will remove 8.9 from the list. Okay, list after removing element. So like this. Next, clear, it removes all element from the list. So whenever we want to remove all element of the list, so we can use clear method. Okay, so just write list.clear, so it will delete the all element from the list. Okay, so just write it here, remove all elements from the list. Okay, so let's check it. It's removing list after removing elements, so it will delete all elements from the list. Okay, so like this we can remove all element with the help of clear method. Next, so our next topic is index method. Thank you for watching.